Off the decks with Spinny, Dan, no Liam today. Today we got Toronto in the building, man. We got Huey, Adubz, and Don Paulo. Introduce yourselves, man. The collective. Introduce yourselves when you left.
Yeah, no, me and Dubs from OTM Studio out of Toronto. Don Paulo, Adubz, as we've already said 8 million times.
You guys will see it in the videos too from the deluxe pizza party.
100%.
We got Huey here with us. He kept me company on the ride. I had some shit I had to go do in Toronto, but you know, we back.
Yes, sir.
Had a little quick ride. Had to stop for some fat ass on the way here. Stopped like Burger King. We got.
What didn't you grab?
Yeah, okay. What didn't you eat, or what did you eat?
Bro, so I'm not gonna lie. We started driving here, and for some reason, it was so windy. Like on our drive, bro, it was nuts. Like I'm not gonna lie. Might almost had a little 1-2 accident, whatever it is. This guy was really close to a man's bumper for a second.
A couple times.
Yeah, some real.
There's a whole billboard on the side of the fucking road.
Coming from Toronto?
Yeah, coming from Toronto. There's ways of
You guys saw at the Apple spot?
The which one?
The Apple
Oh,
spot.
the Big Apple.
What's it called?
The one I told you about?
Yeah, that's what I'm bringing
Big
up.
Apple?
Yeah.
Big Apple.
We didn't stop at we were trucking. We left a little bit late. We wanted to leave early, but whatever, we're here. I was trying to say, this is Huey. He's the owner from Toronto too. He DJs.
Hell yeah.
A bunch of DJs, man.
Hanging out.
Yeah,
so you were, what did you do this weekend? You went Toronto, Montreal, Ottawa, or Toronto, Ottawa?
we were
because I saw you Friday night.
Yeah, I had some
That's what I meant.
I was supposed to be out here. I had some stuff fall through, but I wasn't booked back in the city, so we just figured we'd come here on the Friday.
Yeah.
Because Brian, grown ass pizza party Brian, he was.
Shout out, Pizza.
He was driving out, so we're let's come with him. And we've been meaning to get out of the city. We're trying to reach a little bit, start doing stuff out of the city. So came here, popped around, saw all the OGs Pat's in town.
So that was at an event?
No, it wasn't. So we had some stuff. I don't really want to say the name, but it fell through. So we ended up being out here, and just got a little. Where did we stay? The Airbnb. We got a hotel.
Your cousin's crib.
No, here, Ottawa. We got a hotel, right? We got a hotel. We got a hotel here.
We did.
We got a hotel here.
It's been a long
We
weekend.
had
I didn't really think about that. I was where the fuck were we on Friday?
DJ'd and been drinking. I know it's only 9:20.
Can I swear on
Yeah.
this?
Oh yeah. As much as you want.
Sick. This ain't cable.
Yeah. Say niggas.
Alright. Nah, I can't.
So yeah, no, we were out here on the Friday. We just we went to go check Pat's in town, Pat Jurassic.
Yeah.
Ugly Pat, his homie, Ottawa native.
Hell yeah.
Went to go check Boy Jimmy. I like
Yes,
Cone.
he was spinning at 27. Right?
Yeah, went to go check that spot.
OG. That's
Went to
shout out.
go.
I hit my
check-
head on that speaker
Yeah, you
maybe
did.
3 times that night. The speaker when you're coming down the
Yeah.
stairs.
Yeah.
I smacked my fucking
The
head
big one.
off of that goddamn speaker.
You don't
3
learn
times.
either after the first time. Have you been inside 27 Club? It's
Don't go. I'm a short guy.
Right.
I'm a short guy. You're not even that short.
Right when you walk
Not
up to
good.
the stage, right when you walk up, it's literally a big speaker that you can easily clank your head on. It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
So now
Me and that speaker are well
you have a beef
acquainted.
with that place.
We're
Yeah,
well acquainted.
yeah.
Well acquainted.
Yeah,
yeah, best friends.
They're best friends. Italian neighbor.
It's not good.
Funny enough,
Not good.
owner's actually Italian.
What's that?
Yeah, funny
Yeah.
enough, owner's Italian, yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that.
But yeah, that was a vibe. It was a cool spot.
Sick. Yeah.
Check so nice at
Bro,
where
the
he
OGs
was.
are always spinning there, I find. Capone's usually there. Who's another?
Maggie Fresh was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Maggie Fresh was
I'm
there.
trying to think of the names you were telling me.
Oh,
you
yeah.
guys know Iggy? You know Iggy?
Yeah.
He spins there. They were doing they just had an event for, I believe there was a DJ that got sick. An Ottawa DJ.
Yeah, they did it. They raised it for it. He had a stroke. Yeah.
Yes, okay.
They did a fundraiser. I heard it went well.
Oh damn.
Go donate
Yeah,
to
they had
that.
every single.
Put a link right here. I'm joking. I don't know where the link's gonna be, but
What's the name of the DJ?
I don't want to mispronounce it, but we'll definitely have to put that in the.
Okay, because I'm actually unaware. I'm unaware.
Yeah.
I just remember seeing it.
But support the community and make sure that everyone's okay.
Honestly, DJs got to support, man. I find Ontario. One thing I will say, Ontario DJs are very supportive of each other. I think in Montreal it's a little more dog eat dog.
Yeah,
Toronto's like that too.
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah, 100%.
Like what you mean in that? Because I'll be honest, I find that the one nice thing about Toronto is I don't really see any DJ beef or real problems.
That's what I like. That's kind of.
I think there's so much stuff going on that everyone kind of has their own thing. There's a lot I see in smaller towns like Ottawa, Vancouver, that still have their own scene. I feel like it's a lot of fish in a pond. Where like
Agreed, for
Toronto,
Ottawa, for sure.
you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
agreed.
I think
Agreed.
it's a Canadian mentality. I think like a lot of
Could
people
be
in
that,
Canada just think that there's not enough to go around. So like naturally, and it's not even like exclusive to DJs, but like whether you're a dancer or a DJ, it's like any opportunity you're gonna fucking go for
Yeah.
because you don't think that there's not enough to go around at the end of the day. It's a Canadian mentality. Even as a dancer, I experienced that a lot.
Oh, you
as
were a
a
dancer before?
He's
I
crazy
was a
dancer.
street dancer.
Is
Yeah,
that how you know Brian?
Moon Understands Crew.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Back to your
we'll give you a
point.
little breakdown, like
Yeah.
just to give you an idea. Like, so I'm recently joined OTM of the
Okay.
Moon. Like,
Yeah.
we're pretty much a collective. It started from these guys.
The Moon
I'll let you
yeah.
take it off. I'll let you. Yeah.
Yeah. We were the Moon Runners for a long time. We put on for the dance community, not only within Toronto, but within Canada in general. We ran Area 51 for many years, and dancers from all over the world would come down and would battle. And we've had some of the most legendary dancers in the game, from Mr. Wiggles to many others. You can look up Area 51 and see it, but as dancers, we led that community, and then after a while, I got into music with another Moon Runner, Nigel. It goes by Nomad's
Shout out
Land.
Nigel.
We were the Wave Gods. We are the Wave Gods for a long time, and yeah, I got into music
Go look at
after
your
that.
SoundCloud, up, man. Go type in Wave Gods on SoundCloud.
Wave Gods?
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, was originally a dancer, became a DJ, like a lot of other dancers in the city. It's actually it's pretty interesting how the two communities are intertwined between dancers and DJs in the city. So
I mean, you need the dancers.
You
know
do.
what I mean? You get them when they come through. Like when we did the very first Tequila Mucho.
Yeah.
All the dancers come through, and like that set it off. That
That's,
really
that's,
sets
is
the
that
tone.
your guys' event together?
That's my man right here. He
Because
put
that's
me
how I
on.
found out. That's how I.
He did the first
saw
one
you.
with me though.
Okay.
Yeah, he did the first
Shout out
one with me.
OG.
Tequila
yeah.
Mucho. It's like a Latin inspired event. It's the whole idea is
If
like
you're in Toronto.
yeah, all the Latin like events that I see are always like, I'll be honest, it's usually like predominant like reggaeton and then like
Of course.
maybe like a little bit of
Lot of
bachata or
R&B
something.
flips.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Lot of R&B.
Where like I wanted to do. My mom's from Uruguay, which is South America, and my dad is Jamaican. But I identify a lot with my like Latino side. I was like raised with like my mom a lot, so like. But the thing is, I always felt weird, like I didn't know where I fit in, kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like I wanted a party for like almost like a first gen like Latino or like someone who isn't like I speak Spanish, I understand Spanish, but like I'm not speaking Spanish like first thing, and you know what I mean? Like that's not my first language.
and
Like
French. This guy surprised me
Barely,
with his
barely.
French.
No way.
We went to Montreal. I
He
didn't
was
understand
fluent, huh?
shit in the ride we were in. This guy was speaking full out French.
I was just swearing, bro. I was just,
I don't know what he was
Tabarnak.
saying.
You know those ones.
They
Did
understood
you speak
though.
French?
No, not at
Yeah.
all.
There
Girlfriend's
we go. So there we
full.
go.
I just want to know though, when did you make the transition from dancing to the DJ side of it? And did that
Why or
dancing-
when?
When and why?
both.
Okay, when
All
was
of the
probably
above.
like when was probably like 2010, 2000 no later 2012 probably.
We're in 2025.
Yeah, yes, it's crazy.
Crazy.
I'm fucking
That just
dating
shows, that shows how
myself
young.
right
No,
now.
it shows how young we
Uh,
are.
why was to be honest, like as a dancer in my position, like I was one of the most well-known dancers for what I did in North America. So I traveled everywhere. I battled, I competed, I taught, and to still be broke after being
Yeah.
at that level, and mine, I was still a young guy. I still went out and I partied, and I did the thing. But to still be broke after being on that level discouraged me a lot. And to be honest, I wanted to make money, man. I was like, you know what? I gotta switch it up. So, and I was getting older. I was in the dance community heavy. I was like, all right, what's next? So.
There's always more, right? Like,
Yeah,
in
yeah.
this industry.
But it wasn't just music. It was like it was music and business. It was like, all right, let me, it wasn't just like diving into one thing specifically, like right away. It was like, all right, let me figure it out.
Was there just no money in it, or what was the big thing where you were at that top?
Yeah,
where it's just like there's no
There's
money
no money,
within the
in,
industry?
no money in dance.
Has that changed at all through the years with modern day, or
I
is
think
that,
so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think dance has definitely changed a lot, man. Like when I was dancing, like there wasn't people just going to a studio like taking video, like getting footage, and like there was no like crazy.
Social media wasn't as big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't
Yeah,
as-
you know what I'm saying?
it
You have to
wasn't-
grind.
But
a lot
again,
harder.
I feel like that changed across the board. Like not even just with dancers, but with like DJs too. It's like DJs back
It's
then,
true.
like
No,
some of
it's
the
true.
best DJs were like they come before that time. So I feel like a lot of like really talented fucking people got left behind.
Agreed.
Because of that.
I would agree.
They didn't adjust.
How do you feel about DJing, just doing what you do, having to be on the socials at this point? Do you feel like it's a necessary part of the game, or do you feel like modern day you can still kind of get gigs, or it's one of those things where unless you have a following, you're like, you could be outskill anyone,
It's the job. We're in 2025. You want to know something crazy? So, like when I started DJing, I learned DJing for like, my dad was a DJ, my stepdad was a DJ, and then like a really good friend of mine in like high school growing up, his name's Dylan, DJ D1. He was.
I've heard of that guy.
Yeah, he's dope. He used to DJ like a lot of parties. He used to DJ a party at Right Foot.
No.
They used to do their own
For
parties.
real?
So Gerard Joseph, Big Ups G, and Dylan.
Big dancer studio, by the way.
It's huge, yeah.
You know Right Foot from Toronto?
David Forto.
You're a real one. Hell yeah. Raw Dance
like,
Crew.
Them times.
C2 Genesis.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm going to tell you right
These
now.
are names that
Damn.
yeah.
That's a heavy... Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
My bad.
Long story short, I used to hop on... Okay, I'm getting off track, but I used to hop on a bus every morning to go to school. Every morning I used to hop on a bus to go to school. There used to be guys that used to like stand at the same bus stop as me, and he was always like dripped out. You know what I mean? I remember he had like his breads on. He like had like a nice. This was like time of the Alpha Bomber jacket.
Yes,
and, like,
the
the,
Zara.
and the,
Oh my
the
God,
holsters, the LD West holsters.
Bro.
All the buttons, bro. All the buttons.
Anyway, like you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
and like we didn't know each other, and he had like he'd always hold like a briefcase, a heavy briefcase.
Yeah.
A master class briefcase, which funny enough I have from Canadian Tire for a mixer. Anyway, I had no idea what he did, no idea who he was, and long story short, that was Gerard, and he was a barber at the time. So that was what he had.
Yeah.
Whatever, cool. I ended up meeting him through another friend, Andy. At the time, he ran Tamed Apparel. He ran Plus, the store. Yeah. So he went to my high school, and I met him at, I think it was World of Dance. We went to like World of Dance at Neil McNeil, the Carter Newman.
Yeah.
I ended up meeting Gerard.
What?
And then Gerard invited me to a party. And then at that party, I met the DJ, Dylan. Must have been in like 12, like grade 11, like later in high school, grade 11, grade 12, high school. And I was like, I watched him like spin, and like I watched him like it was like commanding. It was like people would just like he would like drop a song and then like cut like. I was like, this is sick.
And this is in that high school party.
This is like at a party, like it was a high school party essentially. And I didn't really like I knew some of the people, I didn't really know a lot of people at all. And then we ended up kicking it off. Like we ended up being like super like good homies. Yeah. And love those guys to stay. Like, and that's not like how I started DJing and like how I got into it. I feel like I got way off fucking track.
Come on, bro. That's what we were gonna ask you eventually how you started DJing.
Yeah.
All three of you.
Okay. Shit.
Yeah. But the question was
social media and the modern and having to do it.
2025. At them times, this was literally like 50% word of mouth to get to those parties.
Bro, I had a Razor.
What
social media is on the fucking Razor, okay?
You know Motorola
like I played
Razr?
Snake, like.
Bro, if you had a Motorola Razr, it was like a flip phone, but it was the phone.
I was a BlackBerry man.
You remember the?
I was a BlackBerry.
You remember the? No, this before the pre-BlackBerry.
It was a pre-BlackBerry. Razor
remember
was
the chocolate?
You're right. Yeah.
Remember the chocolate?
Sony Ericsson.
Yeah.
Sony Ericsson.
Okay.
Sony Eric. Yo, remember the Kibo? No, that was a hood. That's
we're dating ourselves. Anyway, we're dating ourselves. Anyway, we're gonna move on.
Young, man.
We're gonna move on.
I look at him put on stuff. Hey, who knows? I'm gonna maybe need one day.
Look up a Kibo.
Look at
what that looks like.
Background had that DJ background.
You know what my mom had? My mom had a Palm Pre.
Get the.
Do you know what that is?
Yeah.
With the big ass in the house.
My mom
I thought I was sick. I thought I was sick. Yeah.
You know the black.
Okay.
It was like the all black BlackBerry.
R.I.P. Rim.
100%.
BlackBerry out of business.
I had the phone where you had to pay if you texted somebody, whether you sent it or
it came in.
Yeah, you're paying either way. So your parents were like, "Yo, we have 90 cents.
All our viewers probably don't even know about
make it work."
That's crazy.
Anyway, we're back in my day.
Yeah.
Yo, we got Unk 1, Unk 2.
God damn.
Step in the name. So back in them times, anyway, I kept on watching him like do that shit. And then when I went to university, I looked up to a guy named Tom Fleming, and he used to work at like the Dome, which was in Halifax. I was in Halifax, and I watched him do like different clubs, and I watched him be surgical. In each club, he had a certain vibe, and like he was a hired gun. He was booking to DJ. That's what he did.
Okay.
And like the people I met, like the DJs I was hanging out with, like this is when like Three Style was happening, and like it was just like all the DJs I was looking up to were DJs that just showed up. They DJ. They could be behind a fucking booth. You didn't even have to see their face.
Okay,
They weren't the show. They just played music. So I thought like that's what it was. That's what I fell in love with. And like it wasn't like the fucking hey look at me. Like I never like really cared about that.
Very true.
So
nonchalant.
but I realized that like that's cool. But the days of being a hired gun DJ, that's just over.
Yeah.
Like
long time.
I can't say I know, but I mean I'm sure it's true.
I mean,
you do know.
You know because you grew up.
You do know because you do it because like
I mean the new part.
You want to know what DJing is? DJing is like you could hire someone. DJing is doing your own flyers or getting someone to do your flyers because who the fuck is going to do it for you? The venue doesn't want to do it. You're trying to carry your own thing. DJ is
big pep.
Sometimes bringing the equipment.
Yep.
Which like
not everywhere I see DJs.
Which you know what I mean? Like which honestly that used to be like DJ job back in the day. You used to have to bring your vinyl around, bring speak, whatever. Cool. We'll get past that one. I'll let that one slide. But like promoting yourself and like
promotion is what.
Can I add?
DJs are now wanted to be promoted.
100%. DJing right now is building a community.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a community of people around you, like look at you for example. How old are you?
I'm 22.
And don't lie. Everybody from where you're from, that's your age, follows you around.
Not in a cocky way, but
in a modest
from the
way.
From the suburb and from
Everybody
the
knows.
sure.
Everybody your age, even if they don't follow you around, knows who you are.
They know
because you built that. You are the guy that puts on for your community of people that are your age, and now that is invaluable as a DJ.
And remember how you said building a community. So the last time I was going to Montreal, I stopped here on the way, and I did a thing with him.
Yeah,
this was what September maybe.
Probably September, not too long ago, like half a year
after
ago.
I came to Toronto.
Yeah, after that. So so we ended up doing a thing together, and I remember like we killed it. There was a one point where like he played like a 1-2 song, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? Because I was like, is this gonna work? And then it went fucking nuts. I don't know what it was. It was like a hip hop. It was like a trap song.
The lady
like
wordplay. Lady.
No, it wasn't that one. I remember that one, but it was
you love that.
It was a transition from like a trap song into a pop song, and I was like, it'll work. But like, the thing is, like we said, building a community, you could tell that like, you gotta kind of like condition like your crowd, and, like make them understand what you want to play.
Brainwashing, but in a better way.
And you give them what they want, but you're packaging.
But you're showing them like you have certain like
perfectly good.
There's certain like mixes, there's certain like shits I do that like people are like they know it's coming.
Oh yeah.
Because I do them here and there.
You don't have to call
the edit. Well, yeah, exactly. The edit,
buddy, I lost my mind. I fucking know this guy well. Piss me right off.
What's insane is, did you ask? I'm gonna go sidetrack for one question. Did you ask Joe K? Like, did you send him that and say, "Yo, play it," or he just he spun that shit?
So you want to know something funny? I didn't.
This is the one I was telling you.
Yes.
I remember so I just made it. I just put it out. I didn't think it was gonna do any numbers. Other things. Made it on Serato Studio. I remember I was at AM/PM on a Sunday. Tyler Mads came out maybe 4 months prior, but it was finally starting to get I thought it was the song of the summer.
It was.
Taliban. Yeah,
100% it was.
It was, but the problem was it wasn't mainstream yet. People weren't bumping it yet.
Yeah,
and I was spinning it in the city. I don't do it as much, but I spin it in a lot of spots. Told you.
Yeah, it was 2 summers ago, bro.
I wasn't spinning in a lot of spots where I was playing a lot of dancehall.
Okay.
I was playing some dancehall, but I was playing more mainstream cheesy shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wasn't playing actual newer dancehall.
Deep cuts.
Or big songs in Jamaica at the time, and so I remember being at the club and I remember it was Pat. I think it was Pat and Pam. Shout out P baby.
God
And Trassic. They were playing, and it might have been someone else, but somebody played "You Don't Have to Call."
Okay.
And I remember just vibing to it.
Yeah.
And then I remember Felicia, who's the door girl, who's like, honestly, she's like, if you go to AMPM, you'll remember Felicia. She's like the best.
Awesome.
That's cousin. That's family.
You know, Dorian's actually been there to Sunday service.
Amazing. Yeah. So Felicia, I remember me and Felicia were talking about Taliban's or some shit. And then I remember "You Don't Have to Call" what's going on, and it was just but he looped the intro or some shit, and I just heard.
Just the beat, yeah.
Yo.
And I remember I was outside, and I'm like, Sunday service. You know, we're drinking holy water, and I went outside and I was talking to her, and I was just and I was singing it out loud, the blend in my house. I was like literally trying to sing it.
I know those ones.
And then I played the beat. I played the beat for "You Don't Have to Call" on my phone, and I was like, da da da.
I did it on my best.
I did it on my phone, and
that's
then
how you discover the biggest.
And you
bangers.
know, yeah.
and she was like, "This is sick," and I'm like, "Yo." And the next day, I made it, and then, funny enough, I saw the Friday because I was DJing at AMPM on the Friday. Shout out Betty, shout out Cam, shout out all AM. This dope spot draw.
Seems like I gotta go there. Okay.
Yeah. Pull up. And then and then I just dropped it. I did I did it live on Instagram just to show it. But I didn't bro, every single song
It has
I've
a million plays if I'm not mistaken.
not a million, not a
No?
million.
Am I tripping?
No. It's up there. It's a few 100,000 or some shit like that. But,
Bro, because the Joe K, when he played it in that
the views,
set,
if we're talking
sorry,
about
that's
views and
that's
stuff,
sorry.
views, yeah.
Maybe not
The
plays.
views, yeah.
Yeah.
Views are cumulative. There's definitely millions of views.
Millions.
So getting back to that, I didn't send him it. I didn't play anything.
That's big ups. Yo, big ups for that.
Yeah, for sure, man. And you want to hear it here
Thank you,
first? You want to hear it here first? No one. I'm gonna either unless you got it from someone, unless someone sent you it. I think he ripped that off SoundCloud.
Wow.
I ripped it off SoundCloud.
You want everyone did, but you want to know why?
I text you. I text you. You sent it to me right away.
You want to know why? Because on SoundCloud,
I don't even know him.
SoundCloud, the
SoundCloud,
MP3?
I put SoundCloud. Yeah.
320 kpbs.
SoundCloud, I put gunshots and I put random just samples on it.
This guy set people up?
But then the download
Set people
didn't
up.
have them. So I was like, yo, if you know what I mean? But then and then it ended up getting played on Boiler Room, and
that's the set that I'm. Yes. I'm
and
trying to think of what
then
set it
somebody fucking ripped it and put it on a streaming service, or not streaming service, on a record pool, but under their name. They said that it was Burna, so that when the Boiler Room came out, it didn't come out under my name. It said Burna made it, and then I didn't really care.
Burma or
Burna, not Burma. No.
Oh,
Burma.
I've heard that name. It's
That's
No,
family.
Burma, that's
Shout out
Burma.
Burma.
Yeah.
Burma's the man.
He has some
bro.
crazy,
Happy belated,
crazy
happy
blends.
belated.
I've seen a couple.
So me and
Burma.
Burms grew up on the same street, went to the same elementary school, had the same teachers.
You go Cedar?
Yeah, I went to
You went to Cedar Brook?
Cedar Brook.
Cedar Brook.
So went to Cedar
Yeah.
Brook Elementary School. If that comes out on this podcast, shout the fuck out. That's crazy. This is the first time Cedar Brook
Burma
ever
ever
got a
get
shout
Cedar
out.
Cedar Brook, ass
God
nigga.
damn, bro, that is crazy. Yeah.
West
One
Indies
thing
spot.
I do
Anyways.
want to say about your question though, don't underestimate the grind of the physical flyer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I've done plenty of parties at a couple different venues, and you build your community. But there's been so many times where just because I go to my local print shop, I spend 50, maybe $75 in paper, and then I take my
Well,
ass
the marketing
outside,
type
We've
shit.
actually done that.
put my AirPods in, whatever, I'm listening to music, and you just staple, do whatever radius you can around the venue.
Yeah, it works.
There's so many times
In
there's just
Toronto,
there's a group of women outside, they see the little posted shit, oh, this is tonight, bam, they're right over there.
Because you guys have been in the game for a while, what is the biggest thing that really bothers you within the nightlife, within the DJ scene? Let's talk about nightlife. What's one
each
thing?
of you give away.
Because that's one thing we're trying to talk about within this show too, is just the look of the nightlife, the direction it's moving. What's one thing where you don't really appreciate the direction it's gone, and what would you kind of do to change the way things are?
I actually have some faith. I'm a little optimistic with it because everybody's doing their own collectives and their own parties. We're getting a lot less of the charade, the show. You know what I mean? What I'm trying to say is you go to certain clubs, you're only getting inside when you get the booth and you get the bottles and XYZ, right? But because DJs are now curating their own vibe, and it's more about the vibe.
It's the DJ. They're
The
not.
DJ
People aren't coming for the venue. They're coming for the DJ.
Exactly. So when you come for the party, people are like, whatever. They're just coming for the party, and then the people who pop bottles anyway, they're still gonna buy the bottle. They just don't need the light show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
They don't need it. I'm here to enjoy myself. You know what I mean?
And how recent do you find that transition? Is it like in the past year, the past 5 years? And do you like the way that it's kind of gone in that direction, or do you kind of miss the old days?
It has to be gradual, but like
It's very gradual.
definitely COVID shifted a lot.
COVID was a big one.
Because like I'll be
You guys
honest.
were all DJs pre-COVID. Yeah, I was.
Yeah. And like
Yo, Toronto.
This is where I don't relate because I was.
Toronto summer 2017.
Not 16.
16,
Not summer
16 and 17. 16 and 17.
I was saying that's 15, the song. That's the one that I know about.
15 to 17 were the best summers of. Yeah, there you go. 15 to 17 were the best summers in Toronto of life.
Well, if you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
I'm 28.
Oh wow, I thought you were like 25.
No, I'm 28.
How old are you?
Oh, I feel like I'm the oldest.
I would guess you guys are all similar, no?
We'll beep it out. We'll beep it out.
Yeah, 33.
Okay.
Oh, I'm 32.
Oh, come on. That's calm. That's calm.
Yeah. 91, baby.
92.
You're the GOAT. You know what I mean?
You're the
It's all
GOAT.
good.
You're the monkey. We're the best here.
Fucking monkey.
And then I heard you were born in
not gonna
Italy,
say that.
if that's correct?
I told him you were born in the homeland.
In Sicily.
In Sicily, okay.
No, Brampton.
Yeah. Buddy.
Nah. I'm born in Scarborough. I'm born and raised in Scarborough.
Because you guys talked about like your backgrounds. How did the family feel growing up? Like what you're kind of doing?
Alright, you want to? Okay.
I want to know.
You really want to
I
get
want to
into that
hear
shit?
the dance shit.
Oh, buddy, you're about to
Yeah,
fuck
yeah,
it.
you
Okay,
want-
hold on.
Because like he's gonna underplay, but like I don't think you understand. He was like, still is, but like he was a crazy dancer. Like and like he like traveled across the world and like did shit that like, you know what I mean. Some people don't get to do in their lifetime.
It is something pretty unique to
It's
Toronto.
something really
like
cool
it,
to
man.
Toronto.
It
You know what
sounds
I mean?
like
Watch this.
Yeah, like
I'm gonna tell you right now. I come from a very traditional family.
Sounds like it.
When I lived on my own since I was fucking 15 years old. Not even old enough to go on welfare. But I went on welfare when I turned 16, which is how old you gotta turn. Family makes a big difference depending on what family you're from. If you're from a family that's very traditional, once you go to school, once you do the fucking English, math, science thing, that's one thing. That was my family. I wanted to be a dancer. And so I had a very hard ultimatum. I was like, I turned 15, 15, whatever the age was. And it was like, you either go to a normal school and you can live here, or you go to your art school with your dancer friends and you can't live here. And I said, you know what? Take it easy.
take it easy.
That sounds.
And I went on my own.
What school was that? Where'd you go to?
I went to Wexford.
What Wexford?
Went to Wexford in
Shout out
Scarborough. Also, massive shout out to Wexford in Scarborough, because if it wasn't for that school, I wouldn't be who I was. And there's a lot of very, very successful people
I was
currently.
just about to ask that. I was just
From
That are out of Wexford.
Yeah.
Shout
Dante Colley.
Shamir Anderson.
You know Shamir Anderson.
Lamar
He was,
Johnson.
Remind me.
He was the one who did. Was he in John Wick? Or?
Shamir Anderson is the main villain in the latest John Wick movie.
Yeah.
He's the trapper.
He's a trapper with the. He's a
With
trapper
the
with
dog.
the dog.
Okay. Yes. I do. remember.
Dushane Williams and most of all, I said Lamar
I actually
Johnson,
just watched that.
who's in The Last of Us. Lamar
Yeah.
Johnson,
Yeah.
huge performance. And the most of all, the late, the great, my best friend, Jamil French. Long live Jamil French. And this is going to get a lot of love for that specifically. Because if it wasn't for him, he influenced a lot of people that were directly around me. He's my best friend. Anyways. What the fuck were we talking
Wait,
about?
hold on.
Your, how you were a dancer.
Okay.
Whoa, hold on.
Your
family.
parents.
Before
Your parents' thoughts.
before we get to how you were dancing, real question. What was the spot that's at Lawrence and VP, or Lawrence and Pharmacy, the shawarma spot, right down the street?
Okay.
Gadir's.
We're in the shawarma capital.
Nasib's,
Nasib's.
bro.
That's the better one. So you like Nasib's better than Gadir's?
Nasib's is the spot.
We can
And
only
you-
talk. We're talking about Toronto shawarma just because Ottawa got some.
Hey,
good shawarma,
I ate a
so-
fucking Ottawa shawarma
Yeah,
yesterday.
hey.
It was not as good. It was not that great.
Shawarma Palace
It's
is the
not that
best
great.
in the city.
We're gonna go later.
Nasib's-
We're gonna go later.
Nasib's
Palace,
fucking
we'll go later.
8-pound stomps on that any day of the week.
And I think I will say, one thing as a DJ I've came to realize before you go back to that, the time of when you're getting food at certain spots matters. If you went to that spot,
I hear that.
I get that.
I hear that.
you went at 3 p.m., I guarantee it would have been
I
like an
feel you.
8 out of 10, but you went at 3 a.m., they probably were less inclined to serve. You know what I mean? That's
I feel you. I went
We
in
don't have to
real
name the
friendly
spot.
though. I was friendly.
See, that's the thing. I always am too.
I was friendly
But
with
I-
everybody
You
up.
gotta be mean.
I'm
And it
gonna
wasn't
be
3
honest,
a.m.
I'm
It
not
wasn't
naming
3
the
a.m. It
place.
was 11 p.m.
Coming from Screwface
One
Capital.
week
That's
before
worse.
you.
You
I feel like 11
That's
p.m.
worse.
is worse than 3 a.m.
Because
You know
I
what?
got a
You're
bad
not
one at
wrong.
3
You're
a.m.
not wrong.
3 a.m. they'll like
Yeah,
give you
yeah,
bare
yeah.
meat pause and then like fucking just like
I was gonna say he was way too quick
just
on
like,
that.
nah, I'm not letting y'all niggas
Yeah.
cut that meat again. Pause.
Yeah,
Goddamn.
yeah. One homie in there, he wasn't too happy to see me.
I
but-
went to 3 a.m. a week. Genuinely, it was not the Friday that just passed, Friday before.
Yeah.
I went and I was very disappointed. I was like, damn, I really want my $15 back.
Well, you know what you gotta do? You gotta go to Nasib's in Scarborough.
Well, if I'm next time in Toronto, that's where we're gonna go after.
PP and Lawrence. Where they have Tasty Little Lawrence, that's where you wanna go.
What's it? I don't know what that is. I don't
No, you're gonna.
Well,
I'll tell you. I'll tell you.
spots back to back to back.
100%. There's
What?
there's literally 3 of them there that are. I think what is it? Goodyear's? Is it Goodyear's?
No, Goodyear's is the one by like Lawrence Pharmacy in Lawrence.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They have,
Yeah,
they have the
Nasib's
fish
Riverside.
market. They have the fish market. You can
You've been
go
to-
there. They'll fry you fish. We're just talking about food anyway.
Not because yo, this guy's from Thunder Bay. He's from like.
T-Bay.
I'm sorry to hear that.
What's that school up there?
We were
Is it
just talking
Nipissing?
about that.
Lakehead.
Lakehead.
Lakehead, that's what it's called.
I've
Sounds
been-
like
I've
that
been
sounds
out
like a
there.
fish.
How close
that
are you
catch.
to them? So
think
they're in
Lakehead.
Toronto. You're
It's a
in
flight.
You're
21,
21
23
hours,
3-hour
yeah.
drive.
Yeah, I flew when I went.
Do you
So you're how far from me?
do you wear snowshoes
Ottawa.
casually?
What's
Wait,
that?
what?
You
I
wear
didn't know that.
snowshoes casually?
And it's still in Ontario.
Yeah.
Does it happen though?
I was there.
I actually thought Windsor was like the furthest from Ottawa. I didn't know there was even.
I was there
That's
last
crazy.
week, minus 42.
Brother, do you know how far?
Damn.
Do you know how big Ontario
I
is?
rate
It
that.
might, a
That's
lot bigger
next
than it
level.
seems. Clearly.
Bro, Ontario. So I've
Personally,
went
about
to
Windsor.
Yeah, which is like 5 hours.
What do
No,
you,
from us it's 9.
From
and a
you,
half.
it's 9. Yeah.
you only go to Windsor if you like
Okay.
Eminem. That's it. You're
Go to
closer to
Detroit,
Detroit. That's
so.
it.
You been
To the deep?
Yeah.
to Windsor?
It's not great. No, okay, I'm not trying to hate. It's all
Everybody
right.
come for him if you're from fucking Windsor.
Yeah, I know. I'm about to catch their hate for that
Their hate from-
alone.
From anyone.
I want
Windsor
to go back
Ravens.
to your parents. So they kicked you out. Basically, they said we don't like what you're doing with the
Damn,
Yeah,
arts."
we're going back.
What
Okay,
is that?
hold
I still
on.
want the answer. So then, when did that transition happen where they're like more of accepting of what you're doing, or was it one of those things where like until you really made it, or when was there a moment where you're like, damn, like I made like going from I can't believe he's doing this to
Yeah.
son, I'm proud of you. Like I like what you're doing out here.
That's a little tricky. To be honest, it was like 10 years, and like within that 10 years, my life changed a lot. I got a lot older. I got a real job, like
Times
not a real job, but like I started making real money. I even made money, like good money, from my creative careers, and it was all good. And then I think my parents also, to be honest, my parents had me when they were very young. My parents were in their early 20s when they had me, so I think they matured a lot too. But I think once I found my partner that I'm currently with, she showed me how important it was to forgive them. So I realized the importance in maintaining family and being
yourself.
close to family, not for them, but for you.
Yeah.
And you know, it took a lot of personal work to forgive them. And once I forgave them, and that was on me, it was like everything just went. You know, it mattered.
Yeah,
If that makes sense.
What would you say advice-wise to anyone watching this where they're like, damn, I want to chase my dream, but my parents are really
there's
just
probably so
affecting
many
it."
people like that in this day and age, man. It's insane.
Okay, it's two things. You need to be true to yourself, and you need to take necessary sacrifices, no matter how extreme they
That
may
is
seem
the
at the moment.
biggest thing.
And at the same time, you need to live and lead a life of love.
Exactly.
You need, and again, sometimes this is a tricky thing. Is sometimes this takes time. You can't just forgive somebody overnight. Sometimes it takes years of personal work to get there. But you need to understand that it is detrimental to get to a place of forgiveness to other people that you feel have wronged you. Can we snap our fucking fingers real quick?
Cynthia.
God damn, bro.
Cynthia.
That is
Shout out
my
to her, man.
goddamn TED Talk.
Now,
No, real talk though,
Yeah.
that's what it is.
Did you guys
Real
go
shit.
through that at all yourselves, or what was your kind of picture looking like?
I mean, so I grew up in like Niagara, so I'm a border town, right? So like my mom's side's all, she's the only one born in Canada from a family from Liverpool. And then my dad's side's all American, like my grandma's from like Alabama, but they mostly live in like Niagara Falls, Buffalo, and all that. And my pops was a DJ.
There we go. So it's in the culture.
Yeah, my pops was a DJ. My mom's, you know,
She married a DJ.
yeah, like you know, they had their own thing going on, and like they, let's just say, they got to a point where neither one of them, they couldn't, neither one of them could cross the border for nonviolent crimes. So like
It be like that.
it be like that sometimes,
It really be
right?
like that sometimes.
So like I've been crossing the border by myself since I was like 10 years old and shit. And,
Walking around with your little note.
Yeah, cartwheel.
This is
Please let me through.
It was a pre 9/11, so like
Yeah.
all I needed was my birth certificate and a note from my mom's, and like I could cross the border and all that,
Yeah.
right? So this is a long time ago. But even still, it was just like I never had the challenges of them not being supportive of the choice of being a DJ. I'm my dad's third son. As far as I know, he's got 6 kids. Could be more out there, but
What's the line there? 16. A real bad man, like the fucking.
It's
I played that sample
20,
33 times
Ninja
tonight.
Man, what is it?
23 baby mama.
23 children, 22
two
baby
baby
mamas.
mamas, exactly.
Real bad man.
One of them.
Shout
One
out
of
that
them.
sample. Yo,
So-
shout out your dad, man.
Yeah, no, he's a funny motherfucker. I feel like
What was
whoever.
his DJ name? Just out of curiosity.
Him?
Yeah.
Just Mel, DJ Mel, but I don't know, 90s shit, like, you know,
right.
whatever. So, like, yeah, he.
Not to be confused with not
Melly Mel?
Yeah, not bad boy shit. And, like, he would do crazy shit, like, because it was all vinyl and turntables and stuff, they would do their own setups and stuff. So he would have his 1200s, like, battle style, but he would have 2 of them side by side because he scratched with his left. So he's got his mixer over here,
Yeah.
and then he's got
Two of them
turntable,
on
That's
turntable,
crazy.
Yeah.
right? So he's just like
Wait,
he's
on
just
the off
check,
chance,
and
yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
That's a
scratches
trip.
and the
Damn.
shit that he
That's
would
it.
get through is like, yeah, he could do some crazy juggling that way
Damn.
because it's all just
'Cause
dominant.
it's better.
hands.
Did you ever
It's all-
learn any of that? From, like, did you ever like learn the stuff specifically that you heard him do?
Yeah, I mean, I took some of the, like, you know, tips and tricks
Of
and
course,
whatever like that was there, but you gotta adapt to the age that you're in.
And it's
You know
like
what I
fine,
mean?
and you need vinyl sometimes for some of
You
those.
need vinyl sometimes or whichever, but for the most part, you show up to a club, it's gonna be 2 CDJs.
Yeah, you
and
can't
they're
be
gonna
doing all that.
They're gonna like. There's no way I can fucking move one to the other side and like.
Oh
whatever,
no!
you know what I
Oh my
mean?
god!
Like,
Oh my god!
yeah. So
Did you imagine? Imagine you asked the club to do that. With
Yeah,
the
like
reaction.
even my pops now, because he's like, you know, he's doing his thing, he works and
course.
whatever, but he loves DJ, he loves the culture. He's very proud and happy about what he sees me doing. And I know he's like, oh, I would love to be able to come to Toronto and like just play one time.
Yeah.
But he started asking me about
That's
the setups,
sick.
and this motherfucker wants like 2. I'm like, pops,
Two
they're not
setups.
going to do that. The club's
Yeah.
not
Do
going
you
to
know
do that.
how many,
for you.
Yeah.
you know how many little amount of clubs still have like 1200s or
Yo,
like any
so-
kind of like?
I don't see
I was
any.
literally about to say, like, one thing I noticed about Ottawa was since we've been here, dog, don't lie. Every place we've been to, minus one, had techs and not
Nah, but-
CDJs.
That's not. That's
Where
not,
did you go?
That's not. That's
Where
not.
did
No,
you
no,
go?
no. You're that's.
Okay,
hasty
no, let's
generalization.
listen to the place that we were at.
I know, but that was because they brought them. It's who we were with.
That's-
We're
see, that's what I was just
homies.
about to
I never
say
see so many
We're the
techs in one trip.
I think all the DJs that you guys linked up were all bringing those because
I
Ottawa's,
rated it. I thought it was sick.
Ottawa's so clinically, like stereotypically known to not have CDJs anywhere.
That's what I'm saying.
So
but no,
mostly controllers, a lot of
Dude,
controllers.
lot of techs.
Your every DJ's, man, yeah. You know, actually, there's more DJs using Tech 12s than
Oh,
CDJs
shit.
in Ottawa.
That's
If
what
you
I'm saying.
really
That's what
think
I
about it.
noticed.
But
If
it's-
you actually
oh,
think
shit.
about it.
But I
Oh,
think
that's what's
I
up.
think y'all like I think I might be wrong. I don't want to be too wrong, but like I think a lot of the DJs that we saw here like have been like not older heads, but like
Oh, geez,
homies
100%.
that
Oh yeah.
well,
Yeah.
no, homies that like either like started playing vinyl or just DVS, like
Yeah.
started like on Serato, Scratch Live, whatever it was. So like we saw Jimmy the other night. I don't know if he brought them or if they're at the place, but like I feel like the older venues will still have it because like when you have
20,
shows,
that
when you
place, 27 where you guys were, does not have.
so then he
doesn't
brought
have
them himself.
So he
you know?
brought him
Like,
himself.
Oh, yeah,
I still rate
and
that.
tonight-
He,
and tonight-
he did a deluxe, like So Nice, same thing.
So
He
Nice
brought-
brought his,
Yeah.
and So Nice brought his that night.
That's
night.
one
What's the
thing
BC?
I've
We saw him
never-
at
He brought them for that. So Nice brought them for the
At the
pub
other
we at.
spot.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like, so question, I'm gonna like, cause me, if Brian had said, yo, what do you want to use, the Flex 10 or the vinyl, I'd pick the Flex 10 just because that's how I am.
I'm a CDJ guy. I like
Okay,
CDJs.
so you would pick using CDJs over Tech 12s and Serato.
I would, yeah.
Okay, me too. I would agree.
Yeah.
What about you?
I love the vinyl feel. Whether I'm using time coded vinyl or I haven't even had a chance to really fuck with phase. Like I see this guy using phase all the time.
Is that the little piece that goes on
That's
top
the
of
Bluetooth.
the...
Yeah, that's the Bluetooth. So like that's probably like one of my next investments.
Nice.
But
What do you own? What do you own at home?
At home, I got a Pioneer S7.
Okay, fine.
And 2 Tech 12s.
Oh,
yeah,
so okay, sick. So that's what you're used to.
The
That's
worst
what you like.
is, so do I. I
That's what
have
you
those
like.
at the crib too, but I think it's like in a party setting when you're spinning a fucking jam. You got your computer, I'm the fucking CDJ guy.
One thing I will say,
quicker mixes.
I
don't know about quicker.
I did Hail Mary a while back.
Yeah.
And they still got their Tech 12s there if you want to use them.
Yeah.
Track, Hail Mary, Bang, they all have
One-
Is that a club?
It's a cool
bar,
little dive bar kind of. Well, I wouldn't say dive bar, but it's a cool little bar on College Street in Toronto.
Nice.
Shout out Jesse, shout out all them.
Shout out track and field, fucking
You showed me that spot.
You pulled up. That was the spot
Yeah.
that you put up. Then we went.
we did
got
Hail
over
Mary's
Shout out
upstairs.
Bocce Ball.
Okay.
there. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bangarang, the whole team. But the problem with this time coded vinyl, you get the crowd too hype, motherfuckers start jumping around you.
Shout out
Needles are
Faze.
skipping.
Shout out Faze.
Needles are skipping.
Oh shit.
It was messing up my set constantly throughout the night. I had to actually like tell people, I'm sorry, you can't dance here because
That's
you know what I
fucked.
mean. So that's where like the upgrades with the tech is important.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. I did not know. That's actually I did not know.
Yeah, a needle skip will ruin your whole
Like-
Yeah, because the whole BPM could change. Right?
everything gets changed.
Well, it's the record skips, right?
Placement
Like,
of the song, yeah.
But like,
Sorry, not the BPM.
Yeah.
But yes, the time.
yeah.
Your beat, like the beat match goes off.
Right.
Because the
Go
first time I used So Nice's setup, that exact thing happened.
Yeah.
But not because like people were turned up. It was just while I was mixing, like I normally on my CDJs, like you mix, you don't have to touch it other than the EQs and the effects.
Yeah.
I would leave it and it would constantly like move
Come
left,
off.
move right. And I was
Yeah,
like, oh,
yeah.
that's real DJing. Like
Yeah.
genuine.
Yeah.
You gotta slip.
sure.
You gotta slip. You gotta be able to
Constantly, like
Yeah,
actually, for sure. What about you? What's your preferred? I think I might have asked you this one time, but I'm not sure what you said.
My preferred setup is S7 or S11, like any kind of like Pioneer
Serato.
S series mixer
Okay.
Battle DJ stuff.
Yeah.
with like
Yeah.
two techs. I don't really care if they're the newer ones or like Mark IIs, Mark III. I don't really care.
Okay.
But two 1200s and phase, or two 3000s.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I don't care. Like I feel more comfortable.
3000s are sick. The new
Yeah.
series are sick.
It really depends what spot I'm spinning. You know what I mean? Like if I'm gonna like
Yeah,
spin.
facts. Big
That's
facts.
so true.
Yeah, like if I'm
Because like
gonna
hide and seek has CDJs, for example.
if I'm gonna play like an hour set, like somewhere, like or like anything under like 2 hours. I'll be honest. Recently, I've been on like USB Flex. So,
yeah, I saw it on your
So like I played like See You Later recently, like a few weeks ago.
Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out Mike Rock.
Yeah. With Sav. So
Sav,
Sav
Manalang,
runs.
Freddie.
See You Later.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sav.
Onisama.
Yeah.
Manalang. They run See You Later, and like
All the people I know.
I think I think the cool thing, like, I think there's a disconnect. Like, I think the coolest thing about being a DJ is like you can learn all these different aspects of it. So like,
Facts.
every DJ that I know has like, especially in the like newer era, has got to a gig and like something wasn't working,
Oh, fuck.
or like,
Yeah, no,
or, like
very true.
Oh, my
Serato.
God.
Oh, it happens on my like Serato. There's always just
something doesn't work. And I think the
Driver
biggest
missing,
thing, drivers
right?
saying you download it or whatever, it doesn't work. And like,
Serato, fix up, man.
and I think like
If
being,
you're listening.
if you're listening,
Yeah.
someone tag him in this.
No cap. Everyone tag Serato.
Yeah, fuck.
Adubz is sponsored.
Can you please listen? I know shit is changing. Can you please create a shortcut for find the folder?
It's not a bad
Oh my
move.
god.
To find
Yes,
the folder.
Not a
shortcut.
bad move.
Please.
Like when you're in all.
yes,
Yes,
just be able to
agreed.
like a control find, but like
Yeah.
for the folder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just need that.
yeah.
I just need that.
Instead of
Just so
scrolling
I-
through, oh my dude, yes, Jesus.
You know what I mean?
That's
But
it.
but like back to that, like I just so that's my preferred setup. But like you got, I like if it's under like an hour, like I'll play on sticks. Like it's just nice being able to bring a stick in my headphones and
Nah,
I've
I'm
gotta
gonna
bring
plug
us
anything
back.
else. Yeah.
like no stems, but like you don't need it for
Nah, you
everything.
don't
But
need
again, I like on that. Like I feel like as a new DJ, like I like having different set. Like I
Yeah,
like
it's different.
using different
Yeah.
things all the time.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I
Because
used to
it,
hate on it. I
it
just-
doesn't. It
So
makes
you-
it less boring. Like you're always
Also, you
have a
learn all
challenge.
them. You get, if you do
Yeah.
it enough, you learn all these. And the thing is, like, listen, I don't knock anyone, like, because you have to understand, like, especially I find this in like the Caribbean a lot. Like a lot of dancehall DJs like are on like usually like a SX2 or XS3, like a controller, laptop in front, and they fucking murder it.
Yeah.
Like on that,
true.
they're so good at that. And then like
It'll be some fucking Asus.
Yeah,
It'll be
bro.
a crazy
Some Hercules.
$200 laptop.
yeah, like
Yeah.
on the fucking on the Intel based fucking I don't know the
None of
Samsung
that.
laptop, I don't know, but like whatever. And like, but I think the coolest thing is like being able to like play on anything and like
Yeah,
being able
it's
to
like
play
a flex
any,
too,
yeah.
as a DJ for sure.
You have to.
Yeah, you
100%.
Yeah, you want to be able to.
I used to actually, I'm not gonna lie, everyone knows this. I used to hate on USB. I was never a fan, and then I played 2 sets on USBs, and I was like, oh, when you actually are
You get
comfortable,
it.
it's just
You get
it's
it.
comfortability. It's all just
Especially with the
comfortability.
3000s now,
reps.
man.
Yes,
Especially
man.
like,
it's like the gym. Bro.
The
You
more
gotta do
reps
it.
you have,
Okay.
yeah.
especially with the
100%.
3000 now.
They're
easy
butter.
to
The
search
3000s are
and
butter.
shit. You
Yeah.
can
They-
just
You
search
tap on the
up,
screen.
search up whatever you want real quick.
It's like
It's like a
you're typing on
laptop.
your
You can plug in a fucking SSD into it.
I heard that, so you can plug in.
I
a hard
plug
drive.
in a 2 terabyte SSD into a 3000.
That's dope.
I have a whole library on it.
Yeah.
All my folders, record buddies, straight to the record box, and
Makes
just
a big
all
difference.
my folders.
It's literally your Serato library on your laptop, but on
But just
the,
no
on the
stems.
screen.
That's all. That's it.
It's huge, man. It's
Yeah.
huge. Yeah.
One last question before we're done. We're done. What were your thoughts, each of you, your thoughts on DJing in Ottawa? Like, not you don't have to compare it to Toronto.
Yeah,
But
I'm gonna
like-
start this. I'm gonna tell you straight up. It was very refreshing to play
Tonight.
tonight at Grown Ass Pizza Party.
Shout
at
out
the
Grass
Rabbit
Pizza
Hole.
Party. Shout out Rabbit Hole. That's where we're doing the podcast.
It was very refreshing to play such a versatile set that covered so much ground, and at the same time have a crowd of people that love to move be so open to everything I played.
True. They reacted to everything.
You have to understand that, like, you know, I feel like a lot of people that don't DJ don't realize this, but, you know, the crowd makes the DJ.
Makes you better.
So if you're a really good DJ and you have a shit crowd, you could play a shit set. You could not, but you could play a shit set. Just because you're not getting the same energy, you can't read anybody,
Big
you can't
facts.
read the room. But on the flip side, when you have a room that is just so receptive and down to fuck with anything you play, especially if you know what the fuck you're doing,
yeah, oh yeah.
it makes a huge difference, and that's what I experienced today in Ottawa, and I
Shout
was
out.
very thankful.
Shout out.
Yeah,
Awesome.
it made me feel.
Glad-
It made
glad
me
to hear
feel really nice, man.
Very
Like,
glad to hear that it's.
I had a
Toronto
lot of
DJs
fun.
Very
It
glad.
was fun as fuck.
Okay, awesome, man. You? So, given you've spun here on like a packed Friday club night, and you've done now like a bit of an older vibe, grown ass pizza party. What are your thoughts?
Well,
on it?
back to the conversation we were having earlier, like, it's all about, like, kind of, like, leading your crowd. So, like, the thing is, Brian and, like, the whole team they've done such an amazing job of, like, telling people who come here
Yes.
what it is.
Yep.
Like, you know what I
They
mean?
know
Like,
what they're coming.
no
for.
requests.
None.
This is what's
So-
being played. This is what's being played. Or we don't know what the fuck's being played.
Yeah, you actually
Like,
no
I
one has
didn't-
any idea.
I didn't know what the fuck I was
You
gonna
literally
play.
told me before you started, like,
I-
I don't know what the fuck I'm
I
gonna
didn't.
play.
I didn't have. I had like maybe like 1 or 2 transitions that I knew I was gonna like do.
Yeah.
Just because they were like pizza related.
Of course.
Like I just wanted to do like something funny, but like I didn't have any crate like set for it. Like I'm in the car with him earlier trying to build a crate, and I'm just like,
On the way up.
Yeah,
I'm like-
I drove like the last 2 hours into the city, and this guy was making that intro, the Kendrick intro.
yeah.
yeah, like
Which
we're
one?
trying to
I'm,
find
I'm
it.
just like, yo, this is
Fire.
Trying to find
go.
it, come up
I'm
with
like, this is
ideas.
gonna go. So you know,
How about I want to hear it back. See if it works.
It was
fire.
nasty. It
Uh,
was sick.
he
He had
has
me
the-
getting down.
Yeah, he has the B-Tong has like the whole set. Everything.
Of course,
Whole
yeah.
set.
I was watching.
Yeah.
But no, man. Like honestly, like last time I was here was fun. Don't get it twisted. Like I had a good time. It felt like
Different
more of
vibe,
like a
though.
normal. You know what I mean? Just a regular Friday night. Like,
Exactly.
But I'll be honest. Like it was a refreshing day, and like especially like after every shit. Like I've had obviously a lot of stuff going on the past like day, and like it gave me like a little bit more of a refreshing. Like, bro, I didn't know what like we said. I didn't know what I was gonna play, and there was one point where like I played a song. And I'm like, there's like a 90% chance that this does not work.
Yeah. And
Like,
it
you know what I
worked.
mean? And like,
Yeah.
people just were like receptive because like they were just excited to hear shit they didn't know.
And they knew who was coming too. They knew Toronto was in
You
that.
know what I mean? Like, so yeah, man, I had a great time. Like, grown ass pizza party coming to a venue near you soon. I promise.
Worldwide.
Yeah,
Rabbit Hole's just the beginning.
yeah, man.
For everyone watching, we always do the call to action of trying to get people out of their house, go stuff,
It's
like try
nothing
stuff
to
in
do
Ottawa. Do you want to explain, since this is going to be our call to action this episode, kind of
Yeah,
give
pizza
a basic of what it's about?
So the pizza party, I kind of was like the first. I did the first pizza party with Brian and So Nice, and it was nothing like this. I'm gonna be honest. There was 25 people, like maybe 30, and we're upstairs, and it was like tight, whatever. They kept selling more and more and more, and they kept posting, like he said. They were telling people what it was gonna be before they even came, so that when they come for the first time, the second time, the third time, they know. And like you said, no requests. They know that they have to dance. He knows the sample. They know that there's a camera. They know that you don't want to be caught standing against the wall like this, just looking at it. You know what I mean? So everyone knows what deluxe is, and that's the best thing about it. We're trying to put you on, so you got to come. It's one Monday a month, from 5 to 8 p.m. Technically, right now only in Ottawa, but they're coming. They're going to be in Montreal, Toronto. They're planning on New York. We're going to do a whole bunch of different stuff. Shout out Paulo. Shout out Adubz. Shout out Huey. Vincenzovision. Spinnyyyy. And this is Off the Decks. Toronto x Ottawa. Any closing words, guys, before we get it?
Yo, bless your soul. You're a good youth still. That's pretty much all I got.
Yeah, he's born in Sicily, by the way.
Yeah, that's real Sicilian. That's definitely not Scarborough right there. Just not big up all the people we.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
Actually,
Thank you to
where
you.
were you
Yeah,
born?
thank
We
you for
didn't
having
even
us.
talk about that.
I was born in Ottawa. I was born in Ottawa.
Damn.
I didn't live here or anything.
Born in a
My
pool.
mom, yeah, I was born. Don't give them all the lore. I was born in a pool.
Yo, I just learned this the other day.
I was born in
I don't even know what that just sounds.
I was born in a pool in a hotel in Ottawa. Do with that what you will.
Bare chlorine.
Great closing note, actually. That's a sick
Do with that
closing.
as you will.
Fire.
But nah, shout out all the men, shout out all the people. Thank you for having us, guys.
Killed your
yeah.
set, by the way, guys.
Respect, bro.
Next, I need to hear you DJ. Next time.
I hope so. Yeah, no, this party was crazy. I think the idea of doing something for a happy hour is just like
Right?
tapping in, man. Y'all, yeah, let's do it, man.
Smart man, home by 9.
Home by 9.
Let's go
Okay,
get
what time
Let's
is
go
it?
get a shawarma.
We're not home.